everyone, my name is Natasha Kornak and I am one of the co-founders of the blog storyofatori.ca, and I'm a fourth-year student at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. So Story of a Tory was started by myself and a few other girls back in June of 2017. We write about current events and issues in Canadian politics from a young female conservative perspective. So if you want to check out our blog, it's storyofatori.ca. So I'm here to talk to you guys a bit about what I and other young conservatives want to see in the next federal budget. So one of the things that is really important to me is lowering taxes on our small businesses. In 2017, the federal government increased taxes on small businesses, and this has really hurt not only like your local stores and coffee shops and restaurants, but it's also really hurt farmers and doctors. And so that's one thing that I would like to see reverse in the next federal budget. The other thing that's really important is also controlling our deficit spending. So right now, the government is spending more money than they're bringing in taxes. And this doesn't necessarily mean that we need to be increasing taxes, because increasing taxes past a certain threshold actually hampers competitiveness of businesses in the economy. So what's really important to myself and other young conservatives is that we're paying down the national debt, because right now we're spending more than we're bringing in, and if this pattern continues, it's going to be people like you and me, kids our age, who right now don't have jobs, but in a few years when we do, we're going to be giving a substantial amount of our paycheck to the government. And that leaves less money for us to do things like, if we have kids one day, you want to pay for their hockey lessons or their dance classes. That's less money for us to actually live our lives the way that we choose to do so. So what's really important for us as conservatives is actually making sure that when we invest in the economy through government spending, that we're actually getting a return on that investment through more revenue into the government and actually seeing economic growth. And right now, unfortunately, we're not seeing a whole lot of that. And so I'd like to see the federal government be a little bit more pragmatic and use a little more common sense in how they spend the federal dollars in the next federal budget. So that's a little bit about my concerns as a young conservative with respect to the next federal budget. If you want to check out our blog, it's www.storyofatori.ca, and we'd love to hear any questions that you guys might have. Feel free to email us, and thank you guys so much for participating in the Student Budget Consultation. Bye!